Good morning everyone, it's Saturday the 11th of April and I'm out on my morning walk. Today I'm sitting in a community garden or wood near Millbourne Port, so I've had a bit of a hike this morning. Needed to iron out a few aches and pains through sitting around indoors too much. And this morning I've been having some thoughts about the NHS and the people who work in the NHS, and so I want to do a big shout out to some people that I know who work and is supporting us through this very difficult time. So first shout out is for Izzy, our granddaughter, who is a health support worker at QA in Portsmouth, who I know is working very hard at the moment. And the next shout out is to Sam, her mum, who works in a pharmacy in a doctor's surgery in Portsmouth. I'm sure she's very busy. Big shout out for Stuart, who doesn't work for the NHS but works for BT, and he's out and about keeping the internet and the phones going, and supporting the country's infrastructure. So well done to him as well. And the other thing I've been thinking about is my own personal experience of the NHS. And some of you may know that 20 odd years ago I was quite seriously ill with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And Easter is a bit of a special time for me, not because I'm religious, because people who know me know I'm not, but because I think it was Easter weekend about 22 years ago that I came out of isolation in Birchwood, Derriford Hospital in Plymouth. And I'd been in isolation for 3 weeks after having a stem cell transplant. And I can remember coming out, I think it was Easter Saturday, so it may well have been today, and coming home. I was a bit weak and feeble. And it was the wonderful things that you really miss when you're in isolation, not being able to see people, the food they make you eat, because you're very limited to what you can eat because you can't have certain foods. And the first thing I did when I came home was I had a big plate of scrambled eggs, and I've always had an affinity for scrambled eggs ever since. So, and the spring sort of reminds me of that time, the colours of blue and yellow. And one of my projects that I did when I was getting better is I redesigned my front garden, and I was determined to have a nice blue and yellow spring garden. I hopefully achieved that. So every time I see the bluebells out and the primroses out, it reminds me of that time. So I'm going to try and look at the map, see if I can find a route home. Everybody, I hope you're keeping well, keeping safe and keeping your distance and having a great weekend.